Well, revenge is a dish best served with a great defense and a strong running game, or at least that's what Sean McVay ordered up last night. This doesn't avenge the loss to the Patriots. I like how, the Rams avenged the loss to the Patriots. No, you lost a Super Bowl and you won a regular season game. But McVay became a coaching sensation when he was building a high-octane offense. He was the quarterback whisperer. Now, and I got to give him credit because this is what good coaches, great coaches do. You adapt to your personnel. And he's got a very good defense. They got a running game, and that's what was showcased last night. You give me Cam Akers running the ball, solid defense with Aaron Donald. Donald had another sack and a half. They got a pick six from linebacker Kenny Young. But give credit to the coaching staff. You play to your strengths there. And who would have thought a Southern California team with bright yellow splashed all over their uniforms would be a tough football team? Try telling that to Aaron Donald. But the Rams sit atop the NFC West for now. Maybe they found a different formula to go back to the Super Bowl. But that was very impressive last night. Here is Sean McVay on the Rams and their offense.
The offensive line, tight ends, receivers, everybody contributed, and then Cam Akers had a big night. I think this was something that he was on track to be able to do. Really pleased to see that and come away with the win. We'll get a couple days of rest, and then we'll come back ready to roll for the Jets.
Cam Akers, 171 yards rushing last night, the most all-time by a rookie against the Patriots. Yeah. That, can Jared Goff be just good enough? I don't need him to be great. If you have that defense, you have a running game, you get into the playoffs, and this is how you win. You win with defense, you control the clock, but you're still able to rely on your quarterback for, some big plays. Timely plays. That's really the key. But, the Patriots are held under 7 points for the second time this season, which is amazing. And Cam Newton, 5 total touchdown passes in 12 starts. That's the fewest by any quarterback during the first 12 starts in a season since Trent Dilfer back in 1995 with the Buccaneers when he had just 3 touchdown passes. Cam doesn't look comfortable. I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know if the shoulder's healthy, but it feels like he leans back and almost throws off his back foot. He just doesn't look like he's stepping into a throw, doesn't look comfortable at all. I don't know what that means long term. I don't know if the Patriots realize what they have or they don't have with Cam Newton. I don't think they look at Jared Stidham as the future here. So the Patriots, it appears as if would be in the market for another quarterback. Here's Bill Belichick answering the question of who's his starter. Cam got pulled from last night's game.
You're going to stick with Cam next week at quarterback?
Yeah, great question, Mike. I'm really glad you asked that. Cam's our quarterback.
I'm sure that he was so waiting for Mike Reese of ESPN to ask that question. Like, oh, God, I hope somebody asks me who's my starting quarterback. Glad you asked that, Mike. Yeah, Cam is my starter. Here's Cam Newton on being benched.
Coach took you out of the game with a little over 10 minutes left. Are you concerned about not or being benched for next week or anything like that?
That's not my call. Just doing what I'm asked. I just have to still go into each and every week with the mentality to keep getting better, and that's what I plan on doing.
All right. At this stage, I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. They've had some moments where I thought, you know what, maybe they're going to get it together. Or if they do and they get into the postseason. And I think Belichick has done a pretty good job here, believe it or not. We're finding out that Cam may not be a starting quarterback anymore. Or at least he's certainly not going to be on a elite level, even a very good level. It's kind of an inconsistent level where he's going to have these games and he's going to have other games where you go, yep, Cam's still great. They don't have weapons. That's it, pure and simple. And if I have a quarterback who is not accurate, those weapons are reduced even more. Because at least with Brady, you had an accurate quarterback who understood the system. Cam is not able to do that. That's just not his style, not who he is. But somehow they have remained competitive. They're just not a good team. And who would have thought that you would say the Patriots were the 4th best team or 3rd best team in their division? Gosh, I almost put them below the Jets. But the Bills are better and the Dolphins are better. and now they're sort of mired in mediocrity. We're not used to this, and that's the fascination of now what do they do going into next season? Yes, Paulie.
I would love to know, and we never will, if Tom Brady watched that game last night and if he enjoyed watching that game last night. Deep down.
Deep down, if he enjoyed watching it. I don't know, because then I could say the same thing about Belichick when he, does he watch a standalone Tampa Bay game and then does he smile a little bit when he sees Tom struggle? Like I don't know that relationship where Tom wants to say, Tom didn't want to stay with the Patriots. So I don't know how he could watch and go, yeah, see, I told you. He didn't want to stay there. And Belichick was ready to move on. So I don't know how Tom can look at this and go, I could see where Belichick, if he saw Tom playing well, might go, you know what? Maybe I should have reconsidered that or tried to mend this relationship. Maybe, but I don't see Tom looking and going, yeah, told you guys. Yes, Heaton.
I think if anything, Tom watches that and he's like, thank God I got out of there. I don't want to be thrown at those dudes either.
Yeah.
I'd rather have my head coach yell at me, I'm fine with in front of the media.